I take a deep breath as I tuck my hair behind my ears. Gallipoli was unlike any place I had ever been to before, and I absolutely hated that I had to be in a place so breathtakingly beautiful by myself. The sea was as turquoise as stone, and I almost felt like I could see right through to the sandy bottom below. It seemed so pristine, like an ocean on a movie set, and not at all like the turbulent waves or dark waters that I had swam in while we were in Hawaii. At least I was assured that my contact knew English, which helped alleviate some of my nervousness. I did not know how to speak Italian. I knew how to speak French, and there were some fortunate similarities, but I did not like being in a new country and feeling like a tourist instead of a visitor. Fortunately, the woman who ran the gelato shop down the street was very nice to me, although she pegged me as an American immediately. As I sit on the bench and wait for my contact to arrive, I can't help but think about Hieronymous. He wanted to come with me, of course, but he had important meetings to attend in London, and I had no desire to go back to London and possibly run into Miss Minchin or one of my former classmates on the streets. So, while he went off to do his work, I went off to do mine. It was the first time that we would be away from each other in months, but for some reason, neither of us seemed to be as distraught as the other expected. Maybe it was because we were that secure in our relationship now, or maybe it was just because we intuitively sensed that the worst of what we had experienced was behind us. Either way, I still wished he was with me. Italy was too beautiful a country to appreciate properly without him there beside me. Excuse me, miss? I turn around to see a small boy. He couldn't have been older than 6 or 7 years old. He was wearing an orange t-shirt with a yellow stripe around the middle and navy blue shorts. He was wearing sandals on his feet, which seemed to be a lot better at traversing the sand than my boots. Hi there, I say politely. Buongiorno. Are you lost? He just shakes his head as he looks up at me with large, dark eyes. Are you Lady Grabiner? I am, I say as I smile down at him. I guess the blue hair is a giveaway. I am looking for someone named Marcus Dupont. Do you know where he is? That's me. The boy looks down at his shoes, and I can't help but let my heart fall into my stomach. Melodia had asked me to go to Gallipoli and meet with someone named Marcus Dupont, who had been recently revived by the solemn bond. She just wanted me to talk to him and let him know that he had support from others if he needed it. I had expected to meet a man, or at least someone closer in age to me. But a child? Do you know Melodia? I ask him gently, and he nods. My father does, he replies. He contacted her. Melodia said that she would send someone to talk to me. I think that's you. That's me, I reply. Do you want to sit with me? The boy nods and hops up on the bench beside me. I like your hair. Why, thank you, I say brightly. So, what do you want to talk about? I don't know, he says with a shrug. Do you want to tell me what happened to you? I ask softly. No one gave me any specifics, but I can imagine that it must have been really awful. You don't have to tell me if you don't feel comfortable. I drowned, the boy replies with absolutely no preamble whatsoever. That must have been really scary, I offer. Marcus just shrugs. I don't really remember it. I wanted to go swimming with my parents, but they were both too busy working. That night, I snuck out of the house to go swimming by myself. I got pulled out by a big wave, and I got lost. I couldn't see the shore. I kept swimming, but I started feeling really tired, and then I just fell asleep. When I woke up again, I was in bed. My parents said they found me and performed a solemn bond to bring me back. Did they explain what that means? I ask, and he just shakes his head. Okay, I say gently. Basically, it means that you died. You know what that means, right? Marcus nods. Okay, so your parents performed the spell, but the three kindred gave you a second chance at life. You are now more in tune with your magic, and you will have other gifts as you get older. Other magical abilities that some other people might not have. Like what? He asks. Some people have limited precognition, I offer. I'm more empathetic. More empathic. It builds on the skills that you already have. Oh. He looks down at his toes and wiggles them to get the sand off. I don't know much magic yet. It helps boost the innate traits that you were born with, I explain. So it doesn't matter how much magic you know now. All that matters is you will start getting more abilities when you get older. I pause for a moment. Do you know who bonded with you? Your mom? Your dad? My dad, he replies. He grounded me for the next 2 months. It's very important that you do what he says, I say sternly. Look at me, Marcus. I know this is scary to hear, but I'm going to treat you like a grown-up and tell you some grown-up information. Okay? Marcus nods. Okay. Okay, I echo. When someone performs a solemn bond on someone, they have to link their life with that person. That means that you and your dad are bonded. If he dies while your blood is still in his system, you'll die too. And if you die again during that time, he will die. Basically, you need to wait until his blood circulates out of your system. It usually takes 1 cycle of the moon, I think, but just be careful. Marcus gulps and nods. I understand. Okay, good. We sit there awkwardly for a few moments. I'm not sure what else to say. You seem to know a lot about the solemn bond, Marcus offers. Do you help a lot of people like me? I wouldn't say a lot, I stammer awkwardly, but I was brought back by the solemn bond too, so I know what it's like. How did you die? He asks, and I hesitate for a moment. I wasn't quite sure how to put it in words that would be acceptable to a child's ears. I died trying to save a friend, I say at length. Someone I cared about was in danger, and I didn't want them to get hurt, so I got hurt instead. He pauses and seems to consider this. You must be really brave. The thing is, neither of us should have been in that situation, I tell him. It's not brave to get into dangerous situations if you or someone else can get hurt. Sometimes it's better to be smart than brave. All right, he says at length. I know it might not seem cool, but trust me, your life is too important to risk, I tell him firmly. I want that to be your new mantra. Say it with me. Better smart than brave. Better smart than brave, Marcus repeats dutifully. Good, I say happily. There will be times as you get older when you might have to be both, but you don't have to protect yourself from danger if you stay out of it in the first place. I understand, Marcus replies. Okay. I put my hands on my knees. I'm not sure what else to say. Feel free to write to me anytime you need to. You can write letters and one of your parents can send them to me. I'll write back as soon as I can. Okay, he says, and I hesitate, not sure what else to say to eliminate the somber nature of our conversation that was hanging over us like a drab curtain. So, do you want to get some gelato? I ask him. My treat. Marcus's face brightens immediately. Yeah, he cheers, and I take his hand in mine as we head off to go get some gelato. Although she wasn't here to say anything, I had to agree with Virginia. Sometimes food really could cure everything.